Cheers! Welcome to Movie Bitches. Episode 12.
Episode 12.
We reviewed. I was gonna say The Last December, but it's not. That's a different one.
Is that a movie?
It might be.
I think it is.
Yeah, but we didn't. We Winter's Tale. So let's get into it, shall we?
This movie's insane.
This movie is insane.
If you thought, hey, I'm gonna go watch like this beautifully romantic movie between Colin Farrell and Lady Sybil from Downton Abbey, that is not the case.
Not the case. However, if you were like, I really wish that I could watch Russell Crowe continue his performance of stroke victim
Javert.
cop, Javert.
But he sounds like the leprechaun from Lucky Charms.
Well, looky there, a shooting star.
Yeah.
He was terrible.
What
happened to Russell Crowe?
Absolutely horrid.
What happened to him? Remember when he won an Oscar? Like, he's Russell Crowe. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Even Colin Farrell's Irish accent, questionable.
Well, yeah. Do orphans raised in America usually have thick Irish accents?
Thick Irish accents. It looks like Far and Away. That, like, Tom Cruise, Nicole Kidman
meets
Irish...
Kiss Me Kate? No. Kate and Leopold.
Yes.
Kate and Leopold.
So it looks perfectly historical.
Everything is exactly, yeah, it was like, or like Gangs of New York. Yep.
But then there's flying horses with fairy wings and demons and angels and gemstones, and there's lots of talk about light. So the demons,
or chaos,
i.e. Russell Crowe.
Right. Russell Crowe
is
terrible.
Yes. Every human has a miracle that they can give away, I suppose.
Or that they can cause through fate, I guess.
And Russell Crowe and all the demons are trying to prevent said miracles to keep the world down. So it's Lucifer versus God.
Exactly. And I guess their goal is that, like, either people can go up and become stars and create more starlight, which then is more good.
Lightness?
Yeah, the light... Even as I'm saying it, I can't keep a straight face.
Well, because I felt like I came into the movie like 40 minutes late.
Right.
Like they assumed I knew a lot about the world and the people and the places in them, because I was constantly like, what? And
here's my big issue.
There's a lot going on.
I don't know if I even would have minded any of that. If they set up what world we were in from the beginning. It should have started with every day miracles are happening all over the world. The universe and fates and good and evil battle and conspire to make miracles happen.
Yes.
This is Winter's Tale. The first time we're introduced to this flying horse, which now apparently...
Is the flying horse God? I don't know.
Maybe?
Is this white, gorgeous horse that can fly and, like...
I thought it was just an angel, but maybe it's God. Oh. And then they also kept calling it a dog. There's like a white dog. and it was, I guess, some Native American. Was he supposed to be Native American, that guy?
Yeah. Graham Greene shows up. Great character actor, Graham Greene. And we're led to believe that Colin Farrell was raised by him, so...
Even though we never saw any of that.
Conceivably, he should have a Native American accent and not an Irish accent. Like, I was so confused.
Every time they kept saying white dog and this horse is flying, all I could think of was Falcor.
It is like Falcor.
I guess this is going to be like never-ending story. Is he
going to ride it?
It was not.
It's just a horse with
It's a horse wings. With CG... sparkle wings.
Sparkly wings. The casting of Colin Farrell was really bizarre to me because he's really way too old, seemingly, to play this part. But I don't think that's how the book is.
I don't know.
Because it's weird.
So then is the book set in different times?
I don't know, because I looked it up, and I guess, like, Liam Hemsworth and, like, Garrett Hedlund and stuff were gonna be cast. But,
I don't mind Colin Farrell, but anyway, yeah.
I don't mind him, it just seemed weird. Like, it seemed like, in the book, he's this young, roguish, you know,
She also didn't seem 21.
Street urchin, Aladdin type guy.
Right, yeah, he should have been younger. So, Lady Antebellum, or whatever her name is.
Lady Sybil.
Lady Sybil, sorry.
Beloved Lady Sybil.
Poor Lady Sybil has consumption, apparently.
Tuberculosis.
Which also, yes, is tuberculosis. Consumption makes you extremely hot.
Feverish.
But feverish and insanely, I guess. And she has to be kept outdoors in winter in New York.
She sleeps outside in a tent in New York in winter.
Why don't you just not turn the heat on?
Yeah, so, I mean, I'm not saying I'm an expert on consumption, but I'm pretty sure sleeping outside in a tent is a problem.
Yeah. One of the more ridiculous scenes.
More ridiculous.
They're in a foresty winter
of
wonderland.
Snow.
So romantic.
She does not have a coat.
Nope, because, well, she's just run so hot.
Also barefoot.
Yep. And she's melting the snow.
And she's
it's
like...
just like melting underneath her.
He's giving her, like, sexy eyes, and she's like, oh, you're making me too hot. And then it shows the snow under her feet melt. That's how damn hot she is.
Apparently.
And
so then he's like, oh, let me tell you the secret.
He's got a trick for it.
Yeah, I have a trick for this, what I use to crack safes.
Oh, yes.
You inhale, and then you exhale meaningless words. And so she starts naming stars.
She's like, Orion.
Ursa Minor.
Ursa Minor.
Ursa Major.
Sirius.
Like,
and that's supposed to slow down your heart rate, which in turn slows down your fever? And then the snow under her feet refreezes. What?
It makes no sense.
That's not science. It doesn't make any sense at all.
And also, there was the worst sex scene I think I've seen since Labor Day.
There's no sex scene in Labor Day.
Exactly.
It was very uncomfortable.
Once again, this whole thing felt a little rapey.
So they meet. It's the cutest meet cute you've ever seen.
Right.
She's home alone, because that's what you do with a terminally ill person. And
Makes no sense.
he breaks into her house, and then they sort of, stumble upon each other, and...
You have a gun?
Just robbing the place, you know?
Is that still your intention?
No, it isn't.
Well then, I suppose the polite thing to do would be to offer you a cup of tea.
I guess the proper thing to do would be to offer you some tea.
And then they have tea together. She is home alone.
Yeah.
Completely with no defenses.
But April, she's not afraid to die, okay?
Okay?
She's already living on borrowed time. They said she had 6 months and she's lived 8 months.
I guess they're trying to play on that, like, dangerous, sexy, like, he's dangerous and I'm into it. But there's a difference between, like, he rides a motorcycle and he broke into your house to steal.
Yeah. The cast was really large in this movie. Mm-hmm. I don't know what they thought was going to happen with this movie.
I think they thought it was going to be good.
Oh.
Jennifer Connelly shows up.
Yep.
Eva Marie Saint shows up.
She was my favorite part.
She's great. Everybody shows up in this movie.
Yes.
Including my favorite.
This reveal was too much.
This was insane.
I kind of don't even want to ruin it.
No.
But obviously you shouldn't see this movie.
What?
I wanted to set the scene.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Okay. So,
well,
Russell Crowe, who looks in this movie, just going back to him.
He looks like a snowman.
He looks like a snowman
He's got a wrap around.
He looks like one of the Goombas in Mario Brothers, that movie, remember? Doesn't he? With like this big, like fat body and this little head.
Yeah.
It's awful. So he goes to ask the judge, and he walks in to like, I don't know where they are.
It looks like the set of 9. It's like a big water fountain with like bare light bulbs hanging from wires.
For no reason. It was very odd. In like an underground basement of somewhere.
Like the sewer, but like nice.
Yeah,
like the
exactly.
Sewer, but like a
fancy. So you hear this weird, like, enhanced voice of the devil.
And it's all shot like
And it's
far
like in the
away,
dark. And then it goes,
you know.
oh, of course, I'm sorry. And he like turns on these lights and then we'd see this whole lair. And then it comes in on Will fucking Smith.
Big reveal. Will Smith, who was in none of the advertising, plays the devil. And boy, does he play the devil.
And boy, does he look terrible.
He looked like Ben Vereen in Pippin. Like, he's got earrings and like a neatly trimmed goatee.
And mind you, this is 1915 at this point.
1915.
1915 when we meet him for the first time. And he is wearing a sports coat with a
A
t-shirt.
Jimi Hendrix t-shirt. So he exists in all time and place? It's 1915. She's wearing a Jimi Hendrix t-shirt. A t-shirt. He shows up later in the movie, and now it's 2014, and he's wearing the same outfit? So he's been a fan of Jimi Hendrix for centuries upon centuries. It makes no sense.
It was absurd.
He legitimately looked like he was gonna break into jazz hands. Like, he was on Broadway, like, doing it up.
Oh
And they
my
had to think about that. Why was he wearing a t-shirt?
I don't know. It had to have been a choice because they styled him as like this cool rock and roll guy.
No, he looked
but he
like-
was not.
Like Lenny Kravitz or something.
Yeah, he did.
Like, it was ridiculous.
Is that like a statement? Are they trying to say like
the devil's really cool?
like the devil is in rock and roll and he lives in New York?
So the devil can time travel then.
Apparently.
If he has a Jimi Hendrix t-shirt, he can time travel. Like, that's all I'm saying. Don't ask me, man. I don't know the answers. This movie's bananas.
It's definitely bananas.
So, spoilers. Lady Sybil dies of consumption
Right.
because he sexes her to death, apparently.
Yep.
And he's, like, surprised.
Yeah.
He gets back to New York, and Russell Crowe finds him. They have a pretty fantastic, like, horse fight scene. And Russell Crowe headbutts Colin Farrell about 4 or 5 times in a row.
Yep.
He throws him into the river beneath. And Colin Farrell miraculously survives, but has amnesia.
It was her miracle, April. It was her miracle that saved him.
Okay, so he headbutts him into amnesia.
Yep.
And then what? He's just kicking around for 100 years as a homeless person? He doesn't have a job.
This
How's
picture.
he paying rent? What is going on? Is he selling himself?
For 100 years.
There just must be more explanation in the book. Like, it must make sense. Like,
It must be one of those books that's just so long.
yeah.
Hundreds and hundreds of pages on a journey all his own. So the very first thing I did was omitted that.
Oh, this is the other thing. So I read about this, and apparently Martin Scorsese was, like, signed on to... He bought the rights or something like that, and he wanted to make this movie. But he quit because he deemed this movie unfilmable.
He was right.
He was correct. It makes sense. It felt like, you know, a 600-page book that we got about 90 pages out of.
Yeah.
And so I was
It
constantly
was like
confused.
it was like a third grader wrote a book report on the book, and
Yeah.
then they made a movie out of that book report.
Yep.